man stayed right there on the floor and died. The man died on the floor. He died. My God. Bless up my people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video, my people. And it's said that a resident of Westmoreland and a resident also of Orlando, Florida, had tragically passed away at the Sangsters International Airport in Montego Bay due to requests for a $400 payment for private ambulance services, as the only available ambulance at Cornwall Hospital was out of commission. Right, my people, and they said a nurse arrived about 20 minutes later when the man was in distress. But unfortunately, the man who goes by the name of Mr. Smith died on the floor of the airport. And some people, because they wanted confirmation for $400 to take the man from the airport floor to a hospital via ambulance. That was the hold up, and that was, some form of negligence why the man never get medical care. Maybe he could have been saved. And it's alleged that they had to go into his phone and to call a family member to confirm whether or not they would have paid that $400. Me, I said to myself, wow, this is an airport. Take the man to the hospital now, and then request the money afterwards. Me not understand that a big airport such as Sangsters in Jamaica, and them a heap of slackness here go on. This no look good none at all, my people. And the Minister of Tourism must get some report about this, and we have not heard anything from him. So where is Edmund Bartlett to come and speak on this? What happened to a post out there to have some form of medical team out there to assist any form of traveller, whether visitor or very same Jamaican people? And the fact that Cornwall is so close by, them couldn't transport the man and then request their money afterwards. But my people, you see, through the facts, me never even did it. Eyewitness who was there speaking out, and I'm going to listen to what this lady have to say, because she was there and she said she saw everything. So my people, I want to listen to this. The man stayed right there on the floor and died. The man died on the floor. He died. My God.
Hi everyone. This is not something that I normally do. As a matter of fact, I've never done it before. But I believe that there is a need to do this today. I'm doing this. I'm live at this Sangsters International Airport on my way back home to America. Taking flight JetBlue. So we arrived at the airport just about 11 o'clock there. A gentleman was behind me, one of the agents, speaking to another man. But I didn't pay them much attention, but I know they were talking. And then I just heard like somebody fell. I looked behind me. It was the passenger, an elderly man that fell. Blood was coming, I think, from his nose. And the agent who he was talking to, who had just stepped off for a little, just turned his back, turned around, and took up his head and tried to clear his passages. And I was saying, somebody call 911 or 119, whatever the case is. And I was saying to him, give him CPR. But he said to me, he's breathing. He's breathing, and of truth, he was breathing and doing a little bit of shuffling, slight shuffling. So when I saw a lot of blood coming from his head, I couldn't see the wound, but the blood was on the floor on his head. So I went into his bag. I saw his passport. No, his passport was on the ground beside him. So I took it up, put it in his bag. I looked at his bag and I saw his name, the name tag on the bag. So I could say what his name was. And then I was saying to the gentleman, we were there conversing, and I said, somebody call help. So in the meantime, I guess somebody was making a call. Somebody did say that they called whatever. I think they said operations or something. Right? And while they were there, nobody, and it took about between 20 minutes and half an hour for a lone nurse to come by. Right? And while the man was there, while the young guy was there with him, trying to keep his head up and all of that, I went into his bag and I saw a roll of tissue. And I gave him the roll of tissue, the entire roll, and tell him to press it on the wound. Try to press it on the wound on the head. Anyways, the nurse finally came and she said she was checking his oxygen, in the meantime, I took out his phone, I got his phone, and was searching his phone to see if I could find a number, a recent number. And we were making calls using our phone. And because we couldn't place any calls on his phone. And then the JetBlue lady came and she took his phone and she went on the phone. Myself and her, we were going through it to find a number that we think we could call. So she called the number. While she was calling the number, another gentleman who came, I don't know who he represents, but he's with the airport. He's with the airport, he had on one of those vests. And he was saying, tell the, because we got through to the person on the phone, and the lady was telling him that, the customer, I won't say his name, the passenger, he collapsed, and he's at the airport. So she said she was trying to get somebody, He was there now telling us to tell him, or telling the JetBlue lady to tell the person on the phone that the single ambulance that is at Cornwall Regional is not available. And for them to call a private ambulance, the person on the phone has to approve the payment of $400. They have to confirm that it's okay for them to call the ambulance and noting the payment of $400. So I said, we have to wait for them to do that to get help for the man. The man need help. I saw the man gap. I never see somebody gap, or what they call it, catch breath, in my entire life. First time I'm seeing that. Right? And the man was gapping. Right? And the man was saying, so I said, why do you need to tell them that? Why you need to get $400, or to confirm that then we pay $400 before you call that? You understand? I said, that is stupid. So the nurse was saying, if they can't get the ambulance, then they'll get the taxi. Miss, get the taxi. I'll pay the money for him. I'll pay the taxi. Get the taxi. You understand? So they tried to let me know that it's protocol, and they have to get the approval from the family member to call the ambulance, to call the private ambulance, which will cost $400. The man at the airport, waiting and ready to go back to America, taking JetBlue, right? And he would have paid his fare to go on the flight. So I'm saying, could not JetBlue or even the airport take that cost? They have to depend, or they have to wait until a family member says that it's okay to go ahead and call the ambulance. Mark, the man came to the airport, whoever got him there left him, an elderly man. Understand? And I'm saying, come on, man. That is how we do things here. Because people are going to talk about you have to get approval to call an ambulance. Look how many people travel in the airport daily. Hundreds of thousands of people travel through the airport daily. And we don't have nothing in place for things like this. We don't have nothing in place for things like this. It just made me wonder if it was a white person, if it would have been the same treatment. I'm thinking this could happen to anybody. It could happen to me. It could happen to anybody at all, right? You know, just stay there and die. It takes so long to make a decision when people's life is dependent on it. We have to do better. Jamaica, JetBlue, JetBlue, I'm calling you out on this one because you should have been there for the man. You shouldn't be asking that question. He was your passenger, and him at the airport, and he was talking to an agent, right? Getting whatever information he needed to get on the plane to check in, and he collapsed right there. All of that come talk about. We have to get approval from the family to call an ambulance to pay $400 first to find out how, if they're gonna pay $400 before. Man, this is one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my entire worst experience I've ever had in my entire life. You know, I'm calling out whoever is in charge of stuff like these, man. They need to do better. There should be an area in the airport to reach people. One ambulance, the Cornwall Regional Hospital, one ambulance, and because it is not available, a private ambulance has to be called, and before it is called, there has to be confirmation, right? Or whatever that the $400, it's okay to call them. We will pay the $400. Oh, Jesus. God help us. God help us, man.
And remember, my people, up in January of this year, we're seeing the US had come out with a level 3 travel advisory as it pertains to Jamaica, warning their citizens of crime rate and medical services in Jamaica, and said that same were poor, right? And we're seeing them update it back July the 25th of this very same year, and it says that the level 3 travel advisory still stands, my people. So when them say all this now, no level 5 it gonna go up to if there's such a level. This no look good none at all. But let me take the time to, send condolences to the family back in Westmoreland and those who are in the Orlando area, in Florida. My condolences. And may his soul rest in peace. It's such a, unfortunate, such a sad situation overall. And so when will our healthcare system get better? My God. But my people, on the way in and tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Run over to my other platform, Facebook and TikTok. Follow me over there at Anisabel Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase. It goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership. You get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. Get this video to at least 2,000 likes, my people. Spread it near and far. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, on the road to 20k. Help me to get there, my people. Like up that one, yeah. Share it out. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.